Thank you, Carlos Kramer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. My name is Carrick Jeunesse. I'm the official records keeper for Mixed Martial Arts, and I'm also honored to serve as part of the commentating team for Brave Combat Federation. The first person I would like to thank is Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa for his vision. When you and I, when all of us first saw mixed martial arts, we thought, wow. But when His Highness first saw mixed martial arts, he had a vision for everything that it could be. Not what it is today, but everything that it could be. And he is making that vision a reality. He has selected to carry out that vision the Hawk, Muhammad Shahid. This is an organization founded by fighters, run by fighters, run for fighters, and run for the world. It is the world's greatest mixed martial arts organization, bar none. Brave CF was founded in 2016, and faster than any other promotion in history, it became one of the top promotions in the world. Philippines is now the 14th country to be visited by Brave on 4 different continents in just 2 years. That is absolutely unprecedented in the entire history of mixed martial arts. Brave chose the Philippines to open the 2019 calendar after a historic 2018 because this organization has such a profound respect for the warrior culture here, and as well for the incredible character demonstrated by the fighters. It is, in my experience, without peer. There is no place where there is a combination of so many good fighters who are also good human beings, and we are all honored to be here. Before we get to any of your questions, I just want to speak from my heart to each of you and tell you how pumped I am for this card. You cannot miss these fights. We have the first champion versus champion fight in the entire history of Brave. We have the Philippine hero, Stefan Loman, versus the man who should be sitting here, but he's not. Smile, where are you at? Maybe he got afraid a little early. We're going to find out on Friday night. We also have a clash between 2 of the deadliest strikers, not in Brave Combat Federation, but anywhere, in John Brewin and Cian Cowley. It's an incredible fight. You cannot miss this fight. We've got a Filipino showdown between our record breaker, Jeremy Pacatu, and Mark Alcoba. Again, that's a fight, you can't miss it. Can't miss this fight. And finally, we've got the return of the incredible Rolando D, combat sports royalty. He's returning to Brave versus, in my opinion, the breakthrough fighter of the year in 2018, Memo Shiraza. And once again, folks, that's just a fight that you cannot miss. This card is, in 2 words, insanely great. Once again, thank you all for coming here. If anybody has any questions, either for myself or any of the great fighters here, please let us know.
Yeah, Rolando, Jeremy, the champ, Steven, Mark. I'm not going to ask you about your game plan. My question is, well, it's election time in the Philippines. Would you accept an offer to promote a political candidate, or would you rather focus on sports and stay out of politics?
From any candidates, because this is sports, and you know, everything that politics touches, it becomes dirty, you know. So this is sports, and I don't want to ruin the sport. So as much as possible, I don't want to endorse any politician. You know. That's my view, though.
For me, maybe not, because sometimes it's a little bit, how you call that, not good most especially. But we should choose. For me, we should choose the politicians who are have a good view or in our country. And also for me, this sports is this sports is for sportsmanship, friendship, and also to what do you call that, to mold our friendship to other countries. So for me, no.
For me, just we will endorse we will endorse those politicians that are supportive to the sports of MMA. Of course, that's a very good side from this mixed martial arts sports, and of course, if that politician is knows what's happening in this sport, that we could vote that and still endorse the support of that politician.
Mark?
Pwede ba Tagalog yun?
Sige po, i-endorse mo, tatanggapin mo ba ang offer na mag-endorso ng isang political candidate or iiwas ka na lang sa politiko at mag-focus na lang sa sports?
Para sa akin, hindi ko sasali ng politiko kasi magulo lang eh. Dito na ako sa sport kasi masaya, tsaka yung mga kabataan na ngayon na sa mga masamang inflow. Pagpunta sa sport, maiwasan nila yung mga bisyo. Thank you.
For every fight that comes, I prepared and I practice a lot of my skills and I hasten them. And for the next fight with Elias, I will just do my best.
What is your prediction, by the way? Is this fight will last the distance or will end in short round?
Of course, if it goes, every fighter is a good fighter too. So it will be a good fight, and I will just do everything I've got to.
When was your last fight prior to this fight?
That's November 2018, sir.
It's a foreigner or a Filipino? A foreigner against a foreigner or a Filipino?
Foreigner.
What is your prediction? How many rounds?
This fight, of course, I don't know how it goes, but I will just do my very best until the 5th round.
After this fight, win or loss, what is your next fight?
They will be scheduled it after 3 months or 4 months for every after fight.
Are you planning to fight outside the Philippines?
Of course, Brave has that plan, so Brave will do the schedule.
Do you have some few words to your opponent that this time around he has to prepare against you because he will gonna lose his fight against you?
Of course, every fighter, the next two fight, they will review. They will watch the past fight, so they will review before, and they will do a lot of practice of what the weakness of the fighter is.
How long you been in this martial arts profession? How long? How many years or how many months?
For now, it's 6 years for this sport.
Why did you indulge actively in this fight?
Because it's my passion. I love what I'm doing. This sports of martial arts.
I don't want to interfere rudely. Tony, one last question. You got it,
One
sir.
last question. Is there one particular person that encouraged you to become a martial art expert?
Yes, I finish. Love what I'm doing now.
Any other questions from the floor for our warriors?
For Mr. Loman, how does a world champion train and prepare for a fight like this in a big stage?
Thank you, sir. As a champion, I'm training. I have a lot of responsibility because as a champion, you need to defend your belt and you need to be prepared every fighter, every opponent that comes the way. So I'm doing an extra work for as a champion, and there I'm pushing myself to the limits.
In your team, in Team Lakay, who are the fighters that inspire you the most to defend your belt and be a world champion that you are today?
Yes, for my Team Lakay, inspire me are the champions from the one champions because as for them they motivate me to do a lot more in my training too. So I'm inspired by them, and now I am here being a champion. I'm doing all my best.
Thank you. And still,
Thank you. Yes.
For the co-main event fighter, Mr. Cian Cowley, how do you predict the fight?
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight, yeah. It's going to be a barn burner, as we call it back home. That's what it's going to be, a barn burner.
How does it feel to train with Conor McGregor and James Gallagher?
Yes, it's good. It's good to train with two animals and soak up the knowledge from them daily. So I'm very privileged to be able to train with them, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity as well. So.
Thank you. For Mr. Brewin. Like you mentioned a while ago that FD inspired you to fight, to be at this stage. How does it feel to you? Like you said that you did odd jobs and then right now you're at the biggest stage of your career. I mean, what pushed you? What drove you to become a fighter that you are today?
Yeah, a lot of things, man. There's no real such thing as a self-made man in this sport. You know, you've got to have a lot of people behind you. You've got to have a lot of people willing to push you and support you. So I had a lot of people believe in me. You know, that gave me opportunities that I seized, and it really turned my life around a lot. So my family, my friends, my girlfriend, my support group, my teammates, my coaches at Bali MMA and Auckland MMA. That's all you need is a good family around you, and yeah, if you work hard, then it's going to work out for you.
Which is that for you?
Yeah, like I said, it's a privilege. It's also a privilege to be sitting up on stage with a great champion like Stephen Loman as well in his home country. It's a privilege to me to sit beside such a great champion in his home country like this. In the first show in the Philippines, I'm the first Irish man to fight in the Philippines. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm snatching it with both hands. And I'm gonna put on a show on Friday for everybody. So, and I don't know if that answers the question, but there you go.
Thank you very much, Cian. For Rolando, Rolando, coming from a family of fighters, especially your dad, you know, how big of a motivation is that for you to be where you are right now?
Honestly, I didn't game my blood. The blood of my father is running through my veins, but I did not grow up in his care. So, you know, not really growing up with a warrior's mindset. But I grew up with a family who have strong mindset. I grew up in a family, educated people, you know, but we came from poor. Then all of them become engineers, doctors, you know. From scratch, they became like that. So it's inspired me to be something, to be big also in my field, like my uncle, like my mom, like my tita, you know. So growing up in a family who came from scratch, then became professionals and have a good life today, and it inspires me to have my own career, and that's what happened. They inspired me and helped me to be where I am right now.
You said they chose to be doctors, engineers. Why did you choose the martial arts field?
I don't believe that everybody can be a fighter. I grew up as a fighter. I'm a degree holder, but honestly, I I finished my degree just because of my mom. I'm an average student since birth. I'm average baller. I'm a worst dancer. You know, the only thing that I'm good at is kicking people's ass. And you know, this God put me here, and I may be, you know, I may be flamboyant, but at the end of the day, I thank God who gave me this talent. That defines me.
I love the stash, the mustache. Who's the inspiration for the?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Conor McGregor. You know, it sucks to see him. I mean, like there are issues about him now, but you know, a big fan of Conor. He moved me to become who I am right now. Also, he inspires me. You know, his quotations, the way he talk. You know, he's not the best MMA fighter in the planet, but you know, he is the highest paid MMA fighter now because of his mind. So it inspires me a lot.
Cian, what do you think about his mustache? It's Conor inspired.
I can think, but yeah, it's. No, I don't know. We thought he was going for a Mexican look or something. That's what we thought he was going for. I didn't know he was going for the old Conor look because I've never seen Conor with a mustache like that. But yeah, fair play to him. It's a nice beard. It's a strong beard.
For Memesh,
It took me 4 years to grow this shock I have on my face. Say it took him about 2 weeks.
thank you very much. Memesh, you're fighting a veteran fighter in Rolando. How do you plan to conquer that big of a challenge in front of you?
Hey, so we've been there before. We have a game plan, and inshallah, we're gonna execute that game plan. Big ups to him, you know, his father and everything. It's a huge thing, you know. Big respect to the guy, and you know, I hope to please the people, please the crowd on the day. So we're gonna have a good war. Let's see how it goes.
All right, thank you very much. Last question for me, for John. John, we know a lot about Cian's camp. Can you introduce us to Bali MMA? How's your camp? Back where you train?
Yeah, sure, man. Bali MMA is, first off, we're in Bali, so we're in tropical paradise, you know what I mean? I came from New Zealand, so I came out with a big crew of Kiwis. We got our own house there. We live with some of the other fighters. We really injected that Kiwi spirit, that New Zealand stand-up flavor. Like we have some of the best kickboxers in the world coming from New Zealand. Ray Sefel, Mark Hunt, Jason Sadi, my coach's lineage is just amazing. Israel Adesanya, all those guys that are really showing up now from New Zealand. And we went to Bali where they have some amazing grappling pedigree there, you know, really great wrestlers. We've got 3 or 4 resident black belts on the mats, and then we have people traveling through this place sharing knowledge with us all the time. We've got a whole roster of professional fighters in all weight classes, maybe apart from heavyweight, but a lot of Malaysian fighters, a lot of Filipino fighters, Indonesian fighters, Indian fighters. So we've got a lot of Southeast Asian talent out there, and it makes it really fun for a person like me who always wants to travel through Asia. And now I'm living there, training with these people, eating all kinds of food, traveling to places like the Philippines, and all I got to do is sacrifice maybe 3 or 4 days here, and then it's all on, you know. Every Filipino dish that you guys can suggest after this, tell me where to go, and I'll get there on Saturday before the flight leaves at 9. So yeah, I'm loving it here, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, man.
This is the first event by the Brave here in the Philippines. How do you assess the organization fit in the market world of the Philippines with regards of MMA? Because there's a more established organization such the One and the other local MMA organization here.
The level of talent in mixed martial arts in the Philippines is renowned worldwide. There's no question that Filipino fighters are, and particularly in the lower classes, ready to take on anybody in the world. As far as the regulatory body here, the TAF, we've been honored to work with them, and that's gone very smoothly.
Sir, do you have your own stable of fighters, or your fighters came from the other MMA organization?
All the fighters that you see here and all the fighters on the card are signed exclusively to Brave Combat Federation. There's more than 200 signed fighters right now, and the organization is always looking for the top talent worldwide to sign.
Sir, what about the prices? Aside of the belt, is there prices at stake here?
Yes, the fighters are reasonably compensated according to international standards. They're professional fighters. They love to fight. These gentlemen that you see here, these 7 warriors, love to fight so much they would probably pay to fight. But these are some of the best fighters in the world, and they're being reasonably compensated.
To Filipino fighters, sa tingin nyo, ano yung talent or ano yung dapat abangan ng mga kababayan ninyo sa laban ninyo?
Ang dapat nilang abangan sa amin, of course, can I speak Tagalog? Yeah, sige, English na lang. Of course, Filipino don't like to cuddle, you know? Cuddling is our second option, and the fans should expect a exciting fight, striking fight, defending takedowns, exchanging letters, you know? And Filipinos don't like to cuddle. We cuddle with our girlfriends, not with fighters.
Federation is not like any other organization on earth. The other fight organizations that are out there are playing checkers, or maybe it's tic-tac-toe. They're counting how many butts and seats they can get and how much money they can get. That is not what Brave Combat Federation is about. Brave Combat Federation is about giving opportunity to fellow fighters. It's about bringing people together. It's about bringing nations together. It's about the development of character. I would never speak badly about any other mixed martial arts organization, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion, Brave Combat Federation is at another level, and that's thanks to the vision of His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all, I hope, on March 15th at Brave 22 Storm of Warriors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our open workouts and press conference pre-fight for you all before they strap it up on Friday night. We'd like to thank our entertainment partner, Resort World Manila, for hosting us today. And we will be back at Resorts World Manila right here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for our public weigh-ins. Thank you everybody for attending. We'll see you tomorrow night, and then see you on Friday night at the Mall of Asia Arena at 6 p.m. Thank you, salamat po, and have a great night.